Okay, hello and welcome to episode, I believe 15 of our custom modded survival adventure. And so for the last episode, we were in this area, which is just a roguelike dungeon that we stumbled into while fighting a dragon in a dragon cave where we got our first dragon egg. And now we're raiding it because I need more diamonds and other materials in order to get ourselves a storage system. So that's our current goal. As of right now, I am going to currently focusing on increasing a couple different things. So we are going to increase our cooking speed, which will actually decrease by 9% the total time it takes to cook particular items. Same with, we'll get green thumb in a second once I get a little extra XP. But essentially, these things are just passive bonuses to level yourself up. And they're pretty dope, because when stacked with other passive bonuses, they can get a little bit absurd. Regardless, I think there was a TNT under that one. It means that that's going to explode. We're going to run away. Also, free enchanted golden apple, which we'll grab, which I think is our second one. Some Scroll of Mercy. We're fighting Tyra now, because I think this is an apothic boss. Oh my gosh. Prot 7 on Breaking 7, Magnet 6, which is absurd. Tyra's reinforced Flameforged shin balls of latent magic of tenacity. What in the world? I mean, I'll equip it. I mean, heck yeah. That's big vibes. Also, we got ourselves a golden apple. Of course, there's some other stuff too. I don't really need golden apples right now. Need to equip speed in a second, but there's another one, so we can fight Matt. We just fought Tyra, now we're fighting Matt. One of my geckos just jumped down into a different area of their cage, and it was very interesting. Also, protection 6, rebounding 2, rare, not too great. We're gonna decrease the difficulty a little bit, just because it helps us quite a bit to decrease it by just a tiny bit every little episode, because the difficulty will stack quite far, and it will be a little bit oppressive. Regardless, we should also use those, which will usually, if you use a good amount of them, will just on average decrease your difficulty, which is great. Also, I think I'm gonna put speed there, and we're gonna actually combine 3 of these. We're gonna combine water breathing, step assist, and water breathing to get water breathing. You know, what about if I put speed in there? Step assist. Okay. No, we'll just grab. We'll take a water breathing totem. That's fine. I'll start putting totems in this backpack, even though I'm using this backpack for particular storage for certain things that we need for our current project. Regardless, we also got more recall potions, another golden apple. No, again, don't really think we need golden apples, but also life leech 2, potentially a good one. Don't know if we wanna wait. Pufferfish liver, another trinket one. Don't really think it's worth it. I'm also realizing that there's, redstone all over the floor, which I could have been grabbing. So I'm smart. I definitely saw that and definitely was ignoring it. Yep, definitely on purpose. All on purpose. It's all intentional. I need 8 stacks of redstone, so that's gonna be a fun little thing that we have to do. Looks like there's also a mine shaft right here, so maybe we can get the stuff we need. Gobber is going to be helpful, because Gobber is a great resource. Random granite spellothenes or whatever. Squid beak, zombie heart, enchanted heart. I'm gonna keep those enchanted hearts, by the way. Vampiric glove. Hand slot. The issue with the hand slot stuff is that it takes up a hand slot, and I think we have 2 hand slots. Currently the gauntlets of dexterity and the vampiric glove. Honestly, I think that that's fair. I think that's fair. I'm gonna put the lucky horseshoe in a ring slot, because again, we have 8 ring slots. So I think that 8 ring slots is fair for this. Because again, I'm working on the current mob scaling and everything, but things are already a little bit much. And I say that even knowing that you guys are watching me just absolutely blow through everything, is, well, I'm good at getting a little stacked, and it's fine. It's fine. We're doing fine. Regardless, we got redstone. There's, of course, a good old-fashioned skeleton spawner, and of course I need most of the string. So we're gonna take the string. I don't actually know what sound that was. There's another dragon on the other side of that wall. So we gotta, let's loot up a little quick. We got a ring of strength, looting, riptide I don't need, riptide I don't need, crates, cool. I'm gonna grab the anvil for free, and we can, I guess I'll equip the ring of strength. It's not gonna do much, I don't think, but at least we'll have that. And now we've got an anvil and some other stuff. And now we're gonna go slay another dragon. Because we can. Yeah, another copper dragon. Cool. The dragons are very difficult, usually. Thankfully, this dragon is not actually as hard as it could possibly be, but also I'm going to turn down hostile creatures. They're getting a little bit too loud. Or potentially the modpack audio. Is my sounds too high by just like way too much? I don't actually know. Okay, I'm gonna put all sounds down a little bit. Hopefully that fixes it, because I don't actually know why it's like that, but apparently it's been like that for a little bit, and I wish I had known. Okay, let's get ourselves another dragon's worth of stuff. Again, that's our like 4th copper dragon. Potentially we got a black dragon egg. Wait, that means that the copper dragon, it means that there's a big old black dragon somewhere, right? I think. I'm not saying that to be in any way racially inflammatory. I am just purely saying that out of the color of the dragon, because they're still lightning dragon, even if they're black. It doesn't change anything. Also, it looks like this was this was a massive dragon's lair. Either they might have stolen it from someone. I don't know. Very interesting. Regardless, there's also just a ton of ores in the walls here, and I'm realizing that our inventory is quite full, even though, okay, don't really need iron nuggets. Iron nuggets don't currently really serve us a purpose. True Heart of the Sea. Huh, candle wax chunks, I don't know fully. The scrolls don't really do a whole ton for us either. Ghost visions and immortal. Did that say immortal or immoral? I mean, either way, I don't really want it, but, I mean, hey, fair enough if it said immortal. Definitely get rid of that spawner. Of course, the cave spiders, they're useful to some extent for string and stuff, but not really. Spider spawn eggs, emeralds. Holy, we are getting so much stuff. Another anvil. More manuscripts. See, the more manuscripts I get, the better, because we actually need a ton of manuscripts for upgrading to be able to use everything. And by be able to use everything, I mean, like, being able to hatch dragons, and mostly just hatching dragons, but that's a pretty big thing. We need a lot of manuscripts for that. Regardless, we're gonna grab everything we can. Sharpness, a totem, another lucky horseshoe, that's fine. Manuscript, some iron, string in there, some tomato seeds. Grab those guys. Do that, and I do think that now is a good time for us to quick ol' /home redo, and, you know, maybe get within range of actually getting some slime. So, I know I could use a shovel. I do think that, just in case, so that I don't accidentally, you know, get rid of all of the entire island, I'm going to just use my fist. Out of pure just wanting to not break everything. I'm just gonna use my fist. It's fine. There's a little extra down there, but for now we're good. Just drop back down. Again, there's other things we could do to get here. It's fine. Dragons. We got the dragon eggs. We got the squid beaks. Dragon. Wither skeleton. That's our second wither skeleton skull, which is nice. We got some extra of those guys. I'm gonna put book go in there. Resources go in there for the most part. don't really have a place for relics yet, I'm gonna be honest. Probably should do that, but don't really have that yet. Definitely storing, I think, heart crystal and power crystal shards and stuff in here is good as well. Power crystals actually just increase our base damage, which is kind of dope. So I'm gonna grab those 4 power crystals, and we're gonna use them after I get a little bit extra cooking speed. So 26, 21, green thumb, increase green thumb a little bit more. I only need 12 levels, so I do think that that should be good. And then we can go there. We do that, then we grab those slime pearls, we get ourselves a couple extra slime balls, and now what we should be able to do is we'll get 8 stacks for 1 stack of slime balls, right? And so then we've got those guys, which we needed 8 stacks already, which is perfect. So we've got those. Most of it is just going to be getting more redstone, I think, as well as I need another stack of gold and some more iron. And so I'm gonna need, what, 3 stacks of gold. I've got the iron already, right? Because I only need, wait, where did the iron go? There's iron in here. Did I take it out? Probably did, yeah. Okay, so 4 stacks of iron, 3 stacks of gold, 1 stack of diamonds. That's plenty, right? Because each of these guys, then we're gonna also need silicon, which is gonna take nether quartz, which means I need to go to the nether and get nether quartz as well. Let's keep enchanted hearts in here. We can grab ourselves that guy. Also get ourselves, for the most part, the skulls are taking up a bunch of space, so I do think that I want to put them somewhere else. Maybe we make an entirely new chest for them? I don't know. Or I could just, you know, plop them about randomly, but I do think that I'm just gonna grab 4 chests, and I'm just gonna put them on the side of this building. And stage 5, stage 5, stage 5. We've gotten rid of 3 stage 5s. Stage 4, and then I guess I'll grab 2 more acacia chests just so that we can have, you know, 1 chest for each. And these are all be the stage 3s, which is great. Got that. Definitely grab the rest of the dragon materials out of there, because oh my gosh, have we got a lot. We've got a lot of dragon bones. I could make an entirely dragon bone related. Do I want to do that though, is the real question. I don't think so yet. Also have a ton of manuscripts. Most of it's in the bestiary, but I'm gonna grab most of the seeds and most of the farming stuff. We're gonna plop it in here, and then gotta go mining again. So, again, grab most of the seeds and farming stuff, and then we just go mining again. It's not a big deal. It's not something we have to worry about. We're just taking care of that. So, raw gold is what I need, and then I also need redstone. So, we're just gonna go and we're gonna focus on that. Gold and redstone. I can fly in here because it's my area. Also, don't actually know what this even is about, but... Oh, never mind. That's the fluid. That's the portal fluid. Which is dope. I'm also gonna grab power crystals and other stuff down here, but for the most part, again, focusing on the things that matter. Redstone, and of course the gold, but mostly the redstone. Because, again, we need a lot more redstone than we need gold. So, let's just make sure that we're getting our priorities straight. I'm gonna grab amethysts as well, just because amethysts are quite rare, but nothing too crazy. Got the amethysts, which are just gonna go immediately into here. Amethysts, heart crystals, diamonds, gold. I just need 2 stacks of gold, so there we go. We've got that. Some actual amethyst in the wild. It's kind of crazy. Should have grabbed that too. Some more redstone. We're gonna need a lot of redstone is the thing. And I'm realizing that we may need to actually just be even more, just go kind of ham with mining, because I do think we can get a couple different resources just from mining stone, and I do think redstone's one of them. But I also want to make sure it's a chest from looter, that chest from looter, which is great because it had some gold in it. It's fine. We're gonna keep that in our inventory. I'm gonna actually do that as well, so we see where we're at. And grab you. The diamonds I cannot quick mine are diamonds from Chaos Awakens, which are troll diamonds. Which, the only reason why I know that is because of the enchantment that I made, and also the fact that we can't mine them. At least not nearly as quickly, which means that there's definitely something different about them. Indicates that I should not mine them, and so we're not going to, in general. Of course, there might be a situation where we need a particular ant, like the red ants, and at that point, then I might have to, but for now, nope. Also, we just got all the redstone we need. I do think I need redstone for each of these, right? Do I need redstone for the construction and the destruction? No, I do not. Okay, perfect. That's good. So I've got the redstone I need. Now, it's just about the gold. So, stacking some. Of course, there's a bunch of ways to get gold in the nether that we could use. Do you think that another way potentially is just going around and looking through the walls of these particular areas? The entire Dragon's Den is the walls are just ores coupled with cracked stone, and the reason for that is just because the dragons are they're hoarding, so we then will take advantage of the fact that they're hoarding to steal all their stuff once we kill them. So yeah, definitely a little bit extra when it comes to getting particular resources, but that's fine. These pants might not be the best for us, just purely by the fact that they fill up our inventory so quick. Maybe next episode we make new pants, because I do think I'm gonna end this particular episode right here, and next episode we should be able to finish off actually getting all the stuff that we need for this. Because unfortunately, this world is again a 1.16 world, so we don't actually have like negative Y values, which is unfortunate. I wish there was a way that I could generate a world in 1.16 with negative Y values, but unfortunately I don't think there's a way for me to do that. So for now, this is going to be the end of this particular episode. So GG's, peace, have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.